Love thinketh no evil. That's what Paul writes in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5. But what does this mean, love thinketh no evil? Have you heard of a term called negative interpretation? Marriage counselors tell us that negative interpretation is one of the leading indicators of divorce. What does that mean? Not necessarily that it causes divorce, but that it tells us that a divorce is coming. When we see negative interpretation happening in a marriage, oftentimes a divorce is not too far down the road. So a husband is out in the supermarket or wherever he might be, and he sees some roses, and he decides, why, wouldn't it be nice to buy my wife some roses and surprise her when I come home? And so he buys some roses, and he comes home, and when he presents the roses to her, her reaction is, what do you want? What did you do? While he is doing a good, kind, loving deed by buying his wife roses for no special occasion whatsoever, just because he loves her, she receives that gift with suspicion. She puts an evil twist onto it, because in her mind, either he's done something wrong that he's wanting forgiveness for, or he wants to try to pressure her or convince her to do something that she doesn't want to do. And so she does not simply accept the gift and the love that he is giving, but she spins it around to an evil purpose, and it creates suspicion. That is what we call negative interpretation. She is interpreting his act of love negatively. Another example might be that the husband comes home and he finds his wife cooking. And he's a caring husband, and he understands that romance starts in the kitchen. He could be a lazy husband and just come home after a long day of work and plop down in the couch and turn on the television and wait until his wife tells him that supper is ready. But no. He comes home and he says to his wife, would you like some help in the kitchen? Would you like some help preparing the meal? And the wife's reaction to that is, oh, you don't like my cooking. What's wrong with my cooking? Do you want to take over? Are you afraid that I'm putting something into the ingredients that you won't like? And she interprets his kind and generous act as something evil. It is the negative interpretation. And that is what Paul says love doesn't do. Love thinketh no evil. Love puts a positive twist on things, not a negative twist on things. Negative interpretation is almost impossible to reverse for the person on the bad end of it. That is when the husband offers to help cooking and the wife accuses him of not liking her cooking. There is nothing he can say to get out of that. When he buys her roses and she suspects that he is doing something wrong, there is nothing he can do or say to convince her otherwise. Negative interpretation is just like acid on a relationship. It is no wonder that the Apostle Paul here says that love thinketh no evil. Love needs to be mutual, going both ways. So when the husband does something loving for the wife needs to lovingly accept it, and vice versa. When the wife does something loving for the husband needs to lovingly accept it and show appreciation. You see, love, not only does love not think evil, but love shows appreciation. Now imagine the situation a little different. The husband comes home with flowers and the wife shows appreciation. Oh, you shouldn't have. And it's not even a special occasion. Could you put them in a vase for me? Or the husband offers his help to cook dinner. And she's like, I'm really not sure how you could help. What do you have in mind? How do you think you could help? I would love the help. I'm just not sure how you would fit in. This appreciation strengthens our bonds in an intimate relationship. Thinking evil and putting an evil twist on things is like pouring acid on that relationship. And love thinketh no evil.